Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Bear, my co-host, Blue, and we have a guest tonight with Applez. Put your hand in the middle. We just got done playing Fromage. We're doing we may not stick to the whole conversation of Fromage. We're kind of just comparing it to other games, kind of a review of what we thought. If you don't know, Fromage is a fast-paced cheese-building game.
Fast-paced. It's like 45 minutes.
You gotta milk those cows so fast.
Turn it real. Oh, no, that's butter.
We're not churning the butter.
Cut that fruit.
Cut the fruit. Jam it. You got jammed.
Build the buildings.
Build the building. It's fast, man. You gotta do it. It's good. I enjoyed it. Blue has the Lazy Susan, so it works pretty well.
Yep.
For those of you that played SETI and like that turning method, this has a similar mechanic.
I also had the official one, but I have a Lazy Susan, so this is my travel one now.
Yeah. Everybody should have a travel neoprene mat.
Look,
Or, alternatively, you just buy your friends neoprene mats so that they can have them at their house when you go over.
Right.
So,
it's not excess if you enjoy it.
So this was made by the same company.
This was about 2 years, a year and a half or so after.
I actually like the art on this.
I like the art better, too.
Yeah. They have another
Ooh,
one.
there's leaves.
What's the word for that? Use your words.
Autumn?
Leaves.
Oh, leave. I thought you said there's these. Oh, I was like, use your words.
Which other
I
words?
was so confused. I was like, I did use my words.
So overall, I gave this a 7. Applez, you gave it
An 8.
And then our filthy fence sitter
I know, filthy fence I feel
gave it 7.5.
7.5. Mostly because, like I said, comparing this in context of this one and that one, I feel like that one let me down because of one of the scoring mechanisms was weird. I like the way this one scores better. So this one's definitely higher.
But they're interchangeable, right?
Yeah, they're integratable, they're interchangeable, and you can swap them. Yeah.
And you said the top player count was 8?
No, the top player count is 4, but if you just play both at the same time, it's 8.
Why would you want to play both at the same time?
Have one group of 4 play one, have one group of 4 play the other.
But what's the
First of all,
point? If I'm going to get 8 people together to play a game, we're not playing some cheesemonger game.
We're playing Twilight Imperium or something.
No, we're not playing. or we're playing Captain Sonar.
Or we're playing Vantage, and 2 people are just watching with their Superman shirt on in the closet.
No, what?
Are they making weird noises?
They're cheering you on. Go, the sun, go.
All right, here's the other scoring arenas.
I like the art on the other one better.
I do too, especially the gondolas. This is very pretty.
That's so pretty.
But
So you like this art better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it is much more concise that this is gold, this is silver, and this is bronze. Even though the bronze looks like it's a waffle cone there.
Well, the bronze is waffles, so...
They also have platinum, which is you get it back in 4 turns instead of 3.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
So it's integratable with everything else, and I think of all the games that I had that are integratable with one system to another, I feel like other games have done it better, but I appreciate that I have the option. That's the reason why I got both as soon as I could, because I found this one at my friendly local game store, the second one, and then I ordered the first one from Amazon because my friendly local game store didn't have it at the time. And it's like having both. I like having both because that means I have variety. I can switch it up, and I play solo a lot. I can play this very, very easily solo. So I have a lot of really strong feelings about variety in the game, even if I don't like the second iteration as much as the first one. I like that I have it all. I can play it all. I can change it up. So
Yeah, it looks like it's got some interesting playthrough. The game that we played, very fast-paced, very fast-paced. It seemed a little daunting at first, but once we got going, I learned pretty quick and picked it up. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, because we were Applez and I, as Blue was describing it to us and telling us the rules, we were kind of looking at it like, what the heck is this guy talking about? But then once we got going, I was like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting out. Do you feel like this is a good entry level game?
So I say entry adjacent. I think it's this game is a much better entry level game than like a Wingspan for sure. But one of the things that I think hurts this game is that it's kind of hard to teach everybody at the same time, because it's more effective, in my opinion, to teach everybody as they play the region. Because I don't care what the rules are for this if it's not in front of me. So I'm not going to care about it until it's in front of me. So when you start explaining the game and I'm looking at this region, but you're explaining that region, I'm like, why do I care? What does this do? I want to know what this does. Tell me these things. So it makes it a little bit tricky to teach, in my opinion.
See, I think after playing my first game and kind of understanding it now, I would explain the board.
Which is where I started.
I would explain the board, and then I would explain the basic concepts of do this up here and get the thing, and then do this down here, and how that works. You can only put one worker here, and one worker there per turn, and then when your worker's facing you, you get it back, and not tell them anything else about the end of the game. And then the whole first game would be a learning game, and we'd learn at the end of the game how things score, and we don't give a crap about what the scoring is. And we move forward, and then as they go, people will be like, "Oh," and they could ask about iconography as they go. But I'm also a learn as you go kind of person.
I like that because for most of the first game that we played, I was ignoring this largely because I was like, I need to get cheese out there.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't, it didn't
Mm-hmm.
occur to me, like, oh, if you just put it on the one and get at least something, you're going to get that back next turn.
Yeah, you get it back immediately.
Yeah.
So having like on my board, I had the kitchen. So if I put a worker there, next turn I get it back immediately. So it behooved me to like basically just farm cards so that I can keep scoring points in that way.
And like another thing that kind of adds on to the things is like the boards, they're all different, which I think is like one of the cooler touches because it does have a draft mechanic, and like I like drafting. Well, I don't want to say I like drafting, but like I'm not offended by drafting. But then when your reaction to like this drafting, you're like, I hate it, burn it now. I was like, okay, well, we don't have to draft. But the fact that the boards are different means that we don't have to draft. We can just say, hey, give me a different player board.
I also wouldn't say that that's drafting. Unless you do it the way that you guys usually do it, which is you put it out and then you go in a snake, right? I don't like that aspect. Just like shuffle it up and hand people, and they get what they get. They can choose to put it down, or they can choose to not put it down.
Right. Which in the intuition of that a drafting should be that, and that's how the rules are for this one. As in, you can do it that way, give everybody 4, and just let people choose if you want to put it here or not to cover it up, or keep what you got there on the board, or you can do the drafting, which I would probably end up doing, which is have a hand of 4, keep one, pass the rest. That's the kind of drafting that we would do in that situation.
See, that's just like a waste of time.
Apples is like, I want to play it now. Just randomize it, do what you want with it. Let's go.
Because like I just feel like that's adding strategy where there doesn't necessarily need to be any. And especially, we're talking beginner friendly, right?
Yeah.
Drafting is not beginner friendly because I don't know what's going on.
Which is why you wouldn't even mention that. You wouldn't
Yeah, I feel like that's more like that's an advanced version that it's like, okay, we've played this game so many times.
Right.
How can we make this more interesting? Okay, here's a drafting mechanic. You can add stuff on, and then I like that. It's almost like putting fruit in a cheese.
Right.
Which is not just a regular cheese. Now it's a fruit cheese.
A treat. Oh, I don't like that word.
Anyways, well, this is about how long did it take for Blue to ruin this?
So kind of on the comparison front. So Great Western Trail is another game that I was gonna consider introducing everybody to this night. It's another game that kind of has that low downtime situation. I think that it's very hard to beat a low downtime when everybody can go at the same time. Because it's the same 4 actions like forever until the game's over.
Yeah,
so you'll figure it out.
I feel like that is a perk of this game. If you had to put like pros versus cons, pros, I would say you're always doing something unless you plan poorly, unless you take the actions that take 3 turns for your minions or your workers to come back to you.
Right.
You're like, there's never a dull moment where somebody's sitting around waiting, unless you're faster than everybody else.
Unless Marauder's here.
Yeah, unless
you have a player, and then that can be like, hey, as soon as
we love you, Marauder,
we can just start doing like you could make a house rule that it's like if there's only ever one player left that hasn't gone, you got like 30 seconds to make your last move.
Right. You can definitely make a timer thing, and like the continuing with the pros, like I like the fact that they kind of stuck with the bit. It's just cheese. You guys don't know this, but because I stored all the game inside the same box, I couldn't keep the original insert, but in both the expansion and the base game, I say as I go to my closet, they come with this. It's a little thing that you can keep all the bits and pieces and the cards in there. I was like, oh, that's cute. it took up too much space, so I couldn't put it in the box and fit all the other things. But all that goes along with say, I like the fact that they committed to the theme. It's like, this is game's about cheese, and also in the rule book, you guys didn't see this part, but in the rule book at the back, in the back area, you'll see that it has pairings of cheeses, and it has pairings of board games with cheeses.
Oh my god,
Sorry,
what
more page.
nerds.
2 more pages. There you go. Yeah, so it has different cheeses and wine tasting notes, and then game pairings and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's cute. Again, they're committing pretty hardcore to the whole cheese bit, and I'm like, okay, I appreciate this. I like the fact I'm a sucker for like a good theme that's being used, and they're using this theme pretty.
Oh yeah,
to its
so
fullest.
that's kind of cool. It's a good way to market your own game and what cheeses would go with it.
Right. And it tells you all about cheese if you don't know
Yeah,
anything
if you don't know
cheeses.
anything about cheeses. So I mean, I love it when a game puts flavor in a game. You know, I like it.
Boo.
So the pros for me, it seems like it's pretty easy to learn, pick up. By the end of the first game, we were picking it up. It's got a lot of.
It's quick.
It's quick. Nobody's got downtime. It's very. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you can change things up every time.
Modular?
Yeah, it's modular.
No. That's variant? It's modular is the only way I can
You're just not stuck like. I don't know. You play certain board games. It's like the board never changes every time you play. So you know when you get to a certain part, you should always go left because it's the most efficient way. Blah blah blah. This is not that way. You're gonna have different times every time. It plays well at single player.
It plays okay at single. I say okay because like it's like you don't block yourself. So it's just I use that guy. He's coming back in 3 turns. But like I kind of like it when you're blocking like because it kind of feels like somebody's stuck. Oh, you took the thing I wanted. Actually no, I take it back. Sorry, I'm explaining the wrong thing. In single player, you do play with a bot that goes first, and then you go. But the bot is randomly drawing cards from the deck. So essentially, it'll draw the card, and if you can place a gold blue cheese, it will. If there's options, you can choose which one. So it's kind of like a puzzle type thing.
Okay.
It's not as fun as playing with other people, though, for sure.
Well, I mean, that's any board game.
Well, this one specifically, because like the whole fun of this one's like, you took my table. Like the whole interaction that we had in our video where like Apples is like, why do you keep taking my table? And then Bear just started taking tables too. And Apple's like, stop taking my table.
I wanted in on the action because you get points based on that. So yeah.
So,
Apples, do you have any pros or cons that you think?
I mean,
cheese.
Who doesn't love cheese?
Cheese is too good. We should have a charcuterie report with cheese all
I had one at home and almost brought it. If I hadn't thought about it, I would have brought it. But it's also my wintertime preparation because we're about to get a snowstorm.
I can't really. I mean, I think that it really depends on who you play with for the cons.
So we've got it's okay for a 1 player, you said.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
pretty
3
decent.
player was pretty good. I feel like this game would probably work pretty well with the 4 player as well because there's ours, like currently we have it set up for 3 player and there are spots that are blocked off. So with the 4 player, it wouldn't have those blocked off spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like depending on the people who are playing it, though, it could be really awful. Because like there was that one time early in our relationship where you thought I was always actually mad at you.
Yeah.
And I have to have that talk with everyone I play board games with. Like, if it seems like I'm really pissed off at you, just know that I'm having a great time. I get really into the game, but then it's just like whatever afterwards.
And to be fair, like this game doesn't really go to, because we mentioned this before, I think in the previous video, but there's no really like mean or nastiness you can really do in this game. I mean, there's situational nastiness of like, oh, I see that you're going for this table, I'm gonna take that side of the table. But there's also, like, the game just games itself. Like, if this is one that I really wanted, but my worker was stuck over here for blue cheese, and it's like, well, I want to do that to be mean, but I can't because my worker's here. So the game kind of balances out the meanness that could happen.
I mean, there's always a way to be mean if you want to be mean.
If you want to be mean.
If you're playing board games with people like that, then that sounds like a different subject. Don't play with those people.
Don't have those
or
friends.
maybe your friend group enjoys that. And there can be that if you want to be, but it doesn't have to. It seems like I genuinely enjoyed this game. I feel like it's a good game.
And it's cozy.
It is cozy. All right. Well, you were comparing this to other games. What games would you compare this to?
The ones we mentioned already were Concordia, and we didn't compare it to Brass, but Concordia was one of them. And I feel like there was another one we were about to talk about. I think Concordia is the only one I can think of. Oh, I mentioned Great Western Trail, but that's because I was deciding between teaching that one tonight or teaching this one tonight. Yeah, this one has low downtime. I like games with low downtime. It's a blessing and a curse though, because I was like, all right, I need to go grab a thing, and I couldn't because it's my turn again.
The games are short, so you could just do it when
The game is definitely short. You can play multiple games of it. I think the only comparison game I can think of is Concordia. And I would say my context for Concordia was just that one time we played. It was at the end of the night, and I was like, all right, let's play this long board game. It's like it's not that complicated. It wasn't that complicated in hindsight, but I was like, all right, we've been playing.
Is that your suggestion?
We've been playing this for 2 hours, and
It's long.
Is it
It's
almost,
easy. It's just long.
Is it almost done? And you're like, all right, no, it's only 30 more minutes, and like hour 3 we finally finished, and like the score was abysmal for like both me and Bear. Like we got 7 points. Meanwhile, Apples and Marauder, like, oh man, you got me by 2 points. It's like, what's your score? 173. What's your score? 171. We did great. I was like, you guys got points.
Wait, you guys got points?
That goes a long way to say like I would make the argument that I think this game has a way lower learning curve, but my only context for Concordia is that one time we played. So I haven't revisited it since. Is what I'm saying. I got the app though. I just haven't played it.
Well, this has been Friendly Neighborhood Gamer, and we are giving a brief review of Fromage.
And Formaggio.
And Formaggio, because they're interchangeable.
2 for 1.
I am your host, Bear. This is our co-host, Blue. And we have our guest, Apples. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep those dice